Hello friends, I am Shivaji Walkin. In last session of commodity market, we have seen about what is an future trading. Under future tradings, we have seen first two financial instruments which are forward contract or forward market, then future markets or future contract. Now, in today's session, we are going to learn about another two financial instruments which are options and swap. So, we'll begin with what is an options. So, option is an one kind of contract which are traded in a future trading or future markets, which allows to investors or the writer to buy or sell an underlying commodities or derivatives. So option is an one kind of contract which gives or which allows to investors to buy or sell an underlying commodities. Okay, by name itself, options. It means I have various options. Okay, within which I have to choose any ones. Okay, then second one, option gives the right to the buyer but not obligation to buy or sell an asset at a fixed price or before given date. So option gives a right to the buyers, a right to the writer to buy or sales, but he is not obligated or he is not bounded for buy or sell that commodities. Okay, it is depend on the writer of that contracts. Either he want to buy, he can buy, or if he want to sell, he can sell. It gives right to the writer of the contracts or right to the buyer of the contracts. Then the contract is in for specific period of time. These option contract are for the specific period of times. It having expiry dates. Then these contracts are standards and contracts specifications are predetermined. So these contracts are standards, are in a formal in a natures and having some contract specifications which are predefined by the exchange bodies. Okay, like the NCDX or MCX. Then basic terminology in a options. This terminology we have already seen in a last sessions. First one, what is an writer? A writer is the investor who sell an options, or the person who is selling that options and collecting the premiums or collecting the monies from buyers. Then who is an holder? Holder is one kind of investors who buy an options and who pay the premiums. The person who is buying the options and paying the premiums or paying the cost for buying purpose. Okay, then what is an exercise? This occur when the owner of the options invoke the right to emit in a option contract. When buying and selling of options is happen, that process is called as exercise or the transactions simply. Then what is an expiration dates? Expiration dates of an option contract is a last date on which the holder of the options may be exercise it according to the terms and conditions predetermined by the exchange bodies. Okay, options expiration date is an last dates. On that days, the options are goes to the open interest person or the person who is interested to buy or person who is interested to take the delivery of that contracts. Okay, expiration date. Then position limits. Position limits are established to inhibit any investing entries from exerting undue control over the times. So simply position limits define the limit for buyers and sellers. For buyers, how much he can buy, and for sellers, how much he can sell. Okay, so it define the maximum limit of the persons or the maximum limit of investor for holding the contracts. Then what is an premium? So premium is an simply total cost of options or the cost required for the options. Then option holders, the buyers has to pay the premiums, and option writer, that is seller, has to take the premiums or who receive the premiums. Then we have seen what is an strike price. Okay, strike price or exercise price, it is an simply the cost for the that contract. This is an price which is agreed by the parties at which an option can be exercised. So it is an cost price or the price at which the contract are exercised or carried out, the cost required for the contract. Then what is an ATM? Okay, so ATM is an simply when your strike price or your cost is an equal to the market price of the underlying asset, the situation is called as ATM. When your strike price or the cost is an equal to the market price. Suppose your strike price or cost is an 100 rupees and market price also 100 rupees, the situation called as at the money options. Okay, then out of the monies, in case of call options, the means the market price of the options is an below the strike price. When you are going for the call options or when we are going for the buying that commodities, but in market the market prices are more than your strike price, this situation is called as out of the money options in case of call options. Then second one, in case of put options, when the market prices are more than the your strike price. Put options means what? You are going to for sale, but the market price are the more than your strike price or cost price. The situation is called for the out of the money in case of put options. Then in the money, for call options, the market price are more than the strike price. In case of call options, this situation is called as in the money options. It means exactly opposite to this one. Okay, and another one, that is in case of put options, when the market prices are more than the strike prices, the situation is called as in the money options. Okay, then what are the different types of options? So based on expiry and general types. So first one, based on expiry, that is option that is called as European options. When the option is exercised on a expiry dates itself, that options is called as European options. Then second one, American options. When the option is an exercise before any times or before expiry dates, during the entering into the contract up to the expiry date, you can exercise that contract any times. That option is called as American options. Then general types. First one, that is call options. When the investor is go for buying that contract, the situation is called as call options. And when the investor is going for selling that options, the situation is called as put options. Call means what? When the person is going for buying that contract, and put means what? When the person is going for sell that options. Okay, then under call options, a call options gives the right to the buyers but not obligations to buy an assets at a strike price. So it gives right to the buyers for buying that products, but he is not obligatory or he is not bounded for the buying that contract. Okay, but in this case the in call options, seller is an obligatory to sell the assets. Okay, simply buyers and sellers. So buyers have a right for either buy or sell that contract, but he is not obligatory to buy or sell that contract compulsory. But sellers having no rights for buying or selling. He is an only obligatory for compulsory buying or compulsory selling of that contracts. Okay, then under call options, so when you are going for long calls and the activities by the activities by the buyer calls, and when it is exercise when expectations that the price will be rise or the market will be goes upside. Okay, suppose here is your strike price, means the cost for the items. Okay, let's consider the 100 rupees, and the your original cost of that item is an 90 plus your margin equal to 100 rupees. Okay, when there is an long call options, the person buyers is expecting the market will moves from negative to side or from cost side to the profit side. Okay, the situation is called as a long call options. Then short calls, it is an call of the sellers. It started from profit to losses. Okay, your strike price is in here and you are moving to the downsides. Then put options. A put options give the right to the buyers for, but not an obligatory to the sell an asset of strike price with an specific period of time. The seller of put options has an obligation to the buy that assets. Okay, now under put option means what? He is an selling that commodities. In this case, buyers have a right either to buy or sell that commodities, but he is not obligatory for buying for selling that commodities. Okay, in this case selling, and under call options buying. Okay, then sell option sellers, the put options has obligation to buy the assets, but the put option in this case the buyers having compulsory sellers having compulsory to buy that contract. Okay, then under this put options, when the activities by the buyer put, means buyer itself he want to sell that contract, he want to not live into that contract. When it exercise, when he is expecting that the prices will goes down or the strike price or the cost for that contract is on more than the market price, that time he go for the long put options, means he want to continuously sell that items. Okay, market will move from positive to negative sides. Then short puts by the seller put options. Okay, so market here in this case market will move from profit to negative sides. The prices will expecting that the seller is expecting that prices of the commodities in upcoming time will be go downsides. Okay, so under the put options, the both parties are interested for selling that commodities. Then what are the advantages of options? So options limited downside risk for the option buyers. So it gives limited risk or limited downside risk for the option buyers. Okay, the losses of the buyers is an limited. Okay, but profit is an unlimited. Then buyers only need to pay premium, not need to pay mark to the margin money. Okay, buyers only need to pay the premium for the that monies. Okay, he need not to pay the mark to the money margin. Now what is mark to market margin? When our market is moving from upside downsides. Okay, suppose you are the buyers and you are expecting that the prices of that commodities will give 100 rupees and the market moves for 120 rupees or even downside 80 rupees. Okay, so you have to continuously mark these monies. Okay, if it moves to these situations and you are the buyers, then you will get the 20 rupees profit, and it goes downside at 80 rupees, then you need to pay the 20 rupees to the that holders. Okay, then lesser cost of transaction, it required less cost for the transactions. Then by buying an option, contract hedges not only the manage risk but also capture the favorable price movements. So by buyers an option contract, the hedges can not only the manage his risk of the high prices or manage of risk of shortage of that commodities, but also he can get the good price movements for the products. Then what is the difference between the futures and options, or the future tradings, or we can say forward markets or future markets and options? So in this case, under futures, the both buyers and sellers are under the obligations, means buyers having compulsory to the buy that commodities and sellers having compulsory to buy that commodities. They are both are bounded parties. But under options, by name itself, buyers options has a right, not an obligations. In this case, buyers have right either buy or sell that commodities. Okay, he is not obligated or compulsory to buy that contract. Then the buyers and sellers are subject to the unlimited risk of loss. So both one, buyers and sellers have unlimited risk. Okay, because they have to compulsory exercise that contract, they are obligated for that one. But in this case, the writer, that is sellers, subjected to the unlimited risk of losses, where the buyers for the limited risk. Okay, so buyer is an locking his positions. Okay, but sellers having the unlimited risk. One party is having unlimited risk and another party is having limited risk. Then the buyer and seller has potential to the gain unlimited profits. So both parties, buyers and sellers, having potential to the gain unlimited profits, and only buyers is having potential for the gain the unlimited gains or profits. Then what is an swaps? So simply swap it is an private agreement between the two parties to exchange the cash flows or the financial instruments in the future according to the pre-arranged formula. So it is an simply the exchange of the commodities or exchange of the financial instruments or the options, or the goods or commodities between the two parties. It is an private arrangements. Okay, it's not compulsory or it's not comes under the future markets. Okay, it is an simply agreement between the two parties. One party is for give that commodity, agree for the give that commodities, and one party is agreed for the buy that commodities for particular prices. So this about the today's sessions. ओके, आता आपण आज काय हे केलं तर ऑप्शन्स आणि स्वॅप्स. आता हे बघा, ऑप्शन्स बाय नेम इटसेल्फ. ऑप्शन म्हणजे काय आहे, ते काय करतं, राईट देतं कुणाला, बायर्सला. आयदर इफ यू वॉन्ट टू बाय ही कॅन बाय, इफ यू वॉन्ट टू सेल ही कॅन सेल. पण तो काय आहे, कंपल्सरी बाउंडेड नाही की बाय आणि सेल करण्यासाठी. ओके, ठीक आहे. त्याच्यानंतर आपण पाहिलं ऑप्शन्समधले टाईप्स. ओके, ऑप्शनमध्ये बेसिकली दोन कॅटेगरीज आहेत. पहिलं येतं युरोपियन आणि दुसरं येतं अमेरिकन. आता युरोपियन म्हणजे काय, तर युरोपियन ऑप्शन्स जे आहेत ते आपल्याला काय करायचे आहेत, एक्सपायरी डेटलाच ते आपण एक्सरसाइज करू शकतो किंवा कंडक्ट करू शकतो, बाय आणि सेल करू शकतो. ओके. आणि अमेरिकनमध्ये काय आहे, ते आपल्या कॉन्ट्रॅक्टमध्ये एंटर झाल्यापासून ते एक्सपायरी डेटपर्यंत आपण ते कधी पण एक्सरसाइज किंवा कधी पण बाय आणि सेल करू शकतो. ओके. यासाठी सिम्पल हिंट म्हणजे काय, समजा आपण एवढं लक्षात ठेवू शकतो की अमेरिकन कधीही त्यांच्या शब्दावरती ठाम राहत नाहीत, म्हणजे हे कधी पण एक्सरसाइज करू शकतात. आणि युरोपियन हे कंपल्सरी एक्सपायरी डेटवरतीच एक्सरसाइज करतात. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यानंतर पुट आणि कॉल ऑप्शन्स. ओके. नाव फर्स्ट वन, व्हॉट इज ॲन कॉल ऑप्शन्स. याच्यामध्ये काय आहे, जो याचा बायस आहे त्याला राईट देतं की आयदर बाय ऑर सेल दॅट कमोडिटीज, बट ही इज नॉट ॲन कंपल्सरी ऑर नॉट ॲन ऑब्लिगेटेड. बट याच्यामध्ये काय आहे, सेलर हा ऑब्लिगेटेड आहे की त्याला कंपल्सरी त्याची कमोडिटीज ह्या बायसला सेल करायची. आता दुसरा टाईप येतो तो आहे पुट ऑप्शन्स. ओके. पुटमध्ये काय येतं की सेल. याच्यामध्ये काय आहे, ह्याच्यामध्ये सेलर्स हा म्हणजे बायस हा ऑब्लिगेटेड नाही आहे की बाय आणि सेल करण्यासाठी, पण सेलर्स ऑब्लिगेटेड आहे. ओके. वेन द पर्सन इज अन इंटरेस्टेड फॉर दी सेलिंग इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ पुट ऑप्शन्स. ओके. और ही इज एक्सपेक्टिंग दॅट द मार्केट विल गोज डाऊन साईड. देन आपण आणखी काय पाहिलं, त्याच्यानंतर ॲडव्हान्टेजेस ऑफ ऑप्शन्स. तो ऑप्शनचे ॲडव्हान्टेजेस पाहिला काय आहे, इथं लिमिटेड डाऊन साईड रिस्क किंवा बोथ ज्या पार्टी आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी काय आहे, बायरसाठी काय आहे, लिमिटेड रिस्क आहे. ओके. त्याच्यानंतर ओनली द बायर्स नीड टू पे द प्रीमियम्स, नीड नॉट टू पे फॉर मार्केट मार्जिन मनी. ओके. और मार्क टू मार्जिन मनीज. बट इन केस ऑफ फ्युचर्स they need compulsory future market, they need compulsory to pay this mark to margin monies. Then lesser cost of transaction, it required less cost of transactions. Then it manage the risk for hedgers. Okay. Then we have seen the difference between the futures आणि buyers. आता फ्युचर्समध्ये काय आहे की बायर आणि सेलर्स, समजा बायरनी सांगितलं की मी हे बाय करणार, तर त्याला कंपल्सरी बायच करायला लागणार. आणि सेलरने सांगितलं की मी ही कमोडिटी एवढ्या एवढ्याला सेल करायला, तर त्याला ती कंपल्सरी ती सेलच करायला लागेल. ओके. बट ऑप्शनमध्ये काय आहे, ही चॉईस देतं कुणाला, बायरला. आयदर ही वॉन्ट टू बाय ही कॅन बाय, और इफ यू नॉट वॉन्ट टू बाय ही नीड नॉट टू बाय. ओके. इट गिव्स राईट टू द बायर्स, आयदर ही कॅन बाय ऑर सेल दॅट कमोडिटीज. देन बायर्स आणि सेलर्स यांच्या ज्या रिस्क आहेत त्या अनलिमिटेड आहेत. कारण की समजा बायरनी सांगितलं की मी हे 100 रुपयाला विकत घेईन, आणि आता समजा मार्केटमध्ये समजा स्पॉट मार्केटला त्याचे प्राइसेस जर का त्यावेळेस 80 रुपये झाले, आणि ह्याला मग आता ह्यानी सांगितलं किती, मी 100ला घेईन, त्याला ह्याला कंपल्सरी ते 100ला घ्यावंच लागेल. ओके. किंवा समजा सेलरनी काय केलं की 80 रुपयाला विकलं, पण आता करंट मार्केटमध्ये प्राइसेस त्याचे 100 रुपये चालू येतं, तर त्याला कंपल्सरी हे 80 रुपयालाच विकावे लागेल. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यानंतर ऑप्शनमध्ये काय आहे, तर हे सेलरला चॉईस दे, सब्जेक्ट टू द अनलिमिटेड रिस्क. म्हणजे आता सेलरनं कोण आहे, सेलर म्हणजे काय, जो की पुट ऑप्शन रेफर करतो, तर त्याला अनलिमिटेड रिस्क येतं. पण बायरला त्याच्या म्हणजे लिमिटेड रिस्क येतं. ओके. म्हणजे आता बायरनी सांगितलं किंवा सेलरनी हे केलं की मी हा 100 रुपयाला विकीन, आणि आता मार्केटमध्ये समजा प्राइसेस चालल्यात की 120 रुपये, तर हे कंपल्सरी सेलरला हे 100 रुपयालाच विकावे लागेल. आणि हे बायरला मग काय होईन, यांनी त्याला 100 रुपयालाच भेटेल आणि त्याचा प्रॉफिट त्याला येऊन जाईल. पण याच्या अपोजिट जर कंडिशन झाली, समजा सेलर आणि इथं बायर्स, समजा आता सेलरनी त्याला 100 रुपयाला विकलं आणि मार्केटमध्ये करंट मार्केटमध्ये प्राइसेस 80 रुपये झाले, तो जो रायटर आहे किंवा जो इन्व्हेस्टर आहे त्याला ही कंपल्सरी नाही की हे 100 रुपयालाच विकत घेऊ शकते. तरी तो काय करीन, मग याच्यावरचा जो 20 रुपयाचा डिफरन्स आहे तेवढा पे करीन त्याला, त्या सेलरला, आणि तो त्या कॉन्ट्रॅक्टमधनं एक्झिस्ट होऊन तो स्पॉट मार्केटला ते 80 रुपयाला घेईन. ओके. याच्यामध्ये एक पार्टीसाठी सूट आहे, ती मेजरली बायर्ससाठी. त्याच्यानंतर बायर्स अँड सेलर हॅज अन पोटेन्शियल टू द गेन अनलिमिटेड प्रॉफिट्स. ओके. आता ह्यांच्या अनलिमिटेड रिस्क येतं, त्याच्यामुळे त्यांना अनलिमिटेड प्रॉफिटसुद्धा आहे. ओके. आता ही कंडिशन कधी काय, हे 100चं 200 होऊ शकतं किंवा 100चं 10 पण होऊ शकतं. तो दोघांसाठी अनलिमिटेड रिस्क आणि अनलिमिटेड प्रॉफिट आहे. पण ह्या केसमध्ये काय आहे की ओनली बायर्स, म्हणजे जो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट बाय करतो आहे त्याच्यासाठीच पोटेन्शियल आहे की त्याला अनलिमिटेड गेन्स किंवा अनलिमिटेड प्रॉफिट मिळेल. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यानंतर पाहिलं आपण स्वॅप काय आहे. तर स्वॅप काय आहे, हे फक्त ॲग्रीमेंट बिटवीन टू पार्टीज, बायर आणि सेलर्स. या ठिकाणी बायर्स राजी होतो की मी ही कमोडिटी तुला विकणार, आणि हे किंवा एखादा फायनान्शियल इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्स, किंवा आपण हे पण पाहतो की एखाद्या कंपनीने त्याचे बॉन्ड्स दुसऱ्या कंपनीला दिले. ओके. तर हे काय झालं, एक्झाम्पल ऑफ स्वॅप्स, हे जस्ट एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायनान्शियल इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्स. ओके. सो दिस अबाउट द होल टुडे सेशन्स. आय होप यू हॅव अंडरस्टँड. इफ नॉट, प्लीज आस्क मी. थँक यू.